Hey, we live in full effect. A&T, what's next? Gotta do it the best. I'm coming around. I ain't got nothing. Shut. We'll clap. Hey, yeah. Dang.
Yo.
Oh yeah, we up, baby. We up.
Oh yeah. You up.
Morning.
You up for
boy one time. It's your boy one time. It's your boy one time. Daniel, I'm up. I'm ready.
I can see that. I definitely if anybody's up, it's you.
I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. I'm done. I'm done. Bars.
That's bars though. I don't. Your interpretation of bars and everybody else's must be completely different.
But I'm changing with the times. You really gotta say too much. Bars. Is it not?
Yeah, standards are way different now.
Wow. It is. Much different.
I've never appreciated actual words so much in my life until you just did that, and I was like, "Yeah, somebody need to get these boys a dictionary and a speech teacher."
I see what they're coming to mother them by. Comics. Woo! That's a club banger right there. Club banger. Just give me a good beat.
Yeah, it's a good thing we're here to talk about comics, and we are going to talk about some of the latest information that's out there right now. We're going to give you some news. We're going to give you some debates. We're going to try to do everything we can within this 1 hour that we got right here. So let's get into it. The CW's been dropping a lot of information lately, especially now they confirmed and let it be known and even started an Instagram page of their own that Superman and Lois is officially coming to 2021, coming out in January 2021, I should say more specifically. So that is serious right there.
That's real serious.
Yeah, didn't think that they were going to actually go through with it. They stopped talking about it after the crossover event. So, but they made it official with a poster and everything.
Well, I'm not really concerned about them making it official. I knew it was coming, and if they're not talking about it, as long as they say it's off the books, then it's fine. But once they said the date, it's like it's 2020 in 2021 in January. Like we're in the middle of June now. I mean, we're in the middle of May in 2020. There's no end in sight to this COVID-19. And so how y'all gonna film?
They already filmed some, just like the Arrowverse and the Canaries, and they filmed that. That had to have been filmed a long time ago, especially since it came out during the dang on the crossover, right after the crossover.
22 episodes.
So it was, it was filmed a while before. Also, and some other news. Swamp Thing. We mentioned it before, but Swamp Thing is definitely coming before the end of the year. It says 2020. We're not sure on the details of whether or not it's going to be. We know the show's dropping, but we don't know if it's going to be new episodes or they're just picking it up and saying, "Here's the old episode to get you guys caught back up." So we'll see what happens with that.
If you drop the old episodes
during the summertime to make up, because during the summertime they don't have a lot of shows and everything.
Yeah, they do. People do. People just don't watch a lot of the new shows. They don't have a lot of new superhero shows because Kevin Feige's pretty much canceled all the Marvel ones.
Not yet. Soon, this month, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, he's canceled everything else. That was already confirmed. So he's like, all right, I'm going to let y'all have this last season. It's canceled after this. It's already says the final season.
Well, I mean, it's already done its run. It's done 5 years, so it's pretty good. It's set. It did success. Anything within 5 years for a TV show is considered successful.
Yeah, you're right. But still, it could have got 7. It could have got 8. But that's neat. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. what I'm getting back to my point was that if you release your season 1 of Swamp Thing on like the CW, then everybody who didn't see Swamp Thing is going like, oh, this is the standard. And then once you see W the next season and you fall off that standard, you're going to have a problem.
Here's the thing. See, that's where we can talk about, because I don't think CW is going to fall off that standard. Like, I feel as though they see what they got. They got a winner. All you got to do is bring back the same writers or showrunners and be like, okay, like we could start fresh, because how the show really ended, like you can somewhat go in a different direction if you want, or you can just pick up.
Cliffhanger.
Huh?
It ended on the cliffhanger with was that scientist that was
but everybody's dead though. Like, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Swamp Thing. Yeah. And then you can pick up with the Blue Dragon, and then Devil Dragon, Blue Dragon, whatever his name is. You could pick up with him, and they were about to go into Justice League Dark direction.
Yeah, everybody knows that, but Justice League Dark is going to be on HBO Max.
Yeah, they're all over DC's got to get it back together. Warner
Brothers has to get everything under one umbrella.
Yeah, they're starting to split up all of a sudden.
Yeah, but they can just do this simply. This is alternate Earth. This Earth has this Earth has that. But you got to start explaining it, because they only explained it on the CW. You got to start explaining that across all of your platforms. Like the HBO shows on HBO Max, or is this on Earth? The shows on CW is this on Earth? The shows on
Except it's not, though, because we know Stargirl's in a different Earth. And
I'm just saying, hey, I'm just saying that's how you got to. It's not my job to explain it. It's my job to let you know how it should be explained. But
yeah, we're definitely hoping for the hype to get built. That's why I'm hoping that they drop, when 2020 hits, they drop the whole season 1 on Netflix, and I mean not Netflix, on CW during the whole summertime, and let everybody watch Swamp Thing and be like, all right, we're going to build the hype. So hopefully it'll work, because there's a lot of people who haven't seen it. Not a lot of people didn't really buy DC Universe. So for it to be on CW is a good thing.
The problem is that they started DC Universe, and then like right after it came out, they started discussing HBO Max. So like, well, we don't need DC Universe to put these shows on, because we got HBO Max. We just move the shows over there, and that's what started the whole thing. It was stupid. It wasn't well thought of. No.
I think they were always pitching to HBO Max. Like I feel as though like DC Comics has been pitching stuff to HBO for years. They're like, yo, take this show, it could be successful. So
HBO was ran by Warner Brothers. So HBO is ran by Warner Brothers. So picture the Warner Brothers, they can move it to HBO if they want. Like, if you ever noticed,
have you ever noticed HBO is like its own entity though? Like they do their own certain type of shows.
Still all ran under Warner Brothers, which is now ran by AT&T. So it is what it is. Like, if you get something to Warner Brothers, they like, you know what? It's not for a movie or anything like that. Take it over to HBO and go from there, or do it like that. So DC like, hey, we're gonna start our own universe. I mean, we're gonna start our own site, DC Universe. We're gonna have comics, all that great stuff, all that swag. Got some new shows. Like Warner Brothers, like, yeah, that's all good. We're thinking about starting our streaming service because everybody else is doing it, and we need some content. So we're taking Doom Patrol. That looks like it's pretty good. We're gonna take that. And y'all didn't get the numbers we thought y'all were gonna make. All right, cool. That's a nice little experiment. It didn't work. Now we're gonna take the shows that are successful and move it over here, killing DC Universe. All because Warner Brothers can do that.
Yeah, we'll see where Harley Quinn ends up, because Harley Quinn is so far it's the first show I believe to get be put on regular TV while also being streamed on DC Universe. Yeah, so we'll see who picks them up. Because like everybody keeps saying, you can't have a DC Universe and have HBO Max and have them being put on other channels at the same time. Like one of them's got to give. Yeah, everybody seems to think it's going to be DC Universe.
It is. I mean, it is. Like the CW, well, all its people have trouble with the show and stuff. It still gets views. It's still viable. DC Universe is the only non-viable one.
All right. In other news that we have.
Good morning, Tina. Good morning, Brandon. I see
what's up, people?
In the chat. It's me. The truth is in the chat, but he really only ever says like one thing, then that's it.
That's fine. They're here to hear us speak, so that's just fine with me. In other news, New Mutants has a new release date. It keeps going, August 28th. I can't say we. I am hopeful for this release, hopeful that it'll get released. They are fighting for it. I've never seen a studio fight for so hard for a movie to get released.
I don't think they're fighting that much. I really don't. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm honestly tell you why I don't think they're fighting. They canceled the release date, right? Like when all these other movies got said, oh man, we're gonna push back because of the COVID-19, they all immediately got release dates. Oh, in like some cases, like, all right, we're gonna go to streaming. Like the Scooby-Doo movie came out today. Like we're gonna just go to streaming. Like they already had plans. New Mutants, they just said, all right, it's off. And you didn't hear anything until early this week. So like the second week of May. And then they came back and said, all right, now we're going to put it in August. Like it's already May. It's 2 months away. We all know that this COVID-19 is not going to be gone in 2 months. So you're putting it somewhere where it's automatically going to fail. Like you're not putting it in a place for it to be successful. So I don't think they're fighting that much. I think they're just throwing it out there like, all right, look, we have it. We'll put it out there. If it succeeds, it does. If it doesn't, it don't. And if we don't think it's going to, and if it doesn't make this impossible release date now, because we didn't move this early in advance, well, then fine. Then we'll just can it, put it on streaming or something.
They haven't canned it yet. The movie was made like 2 years ago. It's been done.
Everything you said is straight about wait. It's made 2 years ago.
It hasn't been canned. That's why I'm saying they're fighting. They're looking for the right date to get it. Well, originally it was already done, but it was done by Fox. And then it got put in limbo because of the negotiations between Fox and Marvel. So they're like, let's not release this movie because we don't know what's going to happen with us having the property of X-Men. And now that Fox no longer has a X-Men property, they're like, okay, let Marvel deal with it. And it was a good move. And then Marvel's like, it's one of them situations where Marvel was like, Feige, we got this movie, it's done. We're gonna send you to a theater. Go check it out. Tell us what you think. He was like, yeah, we got to fix some things about this. They probably fixed some things and then was like, I think it's viable.
I don't think he had any. I honestly believe, unless he said something differently, nobody's gonna tell me he had nothing to do with this. This is above his head. Like, look, we're gonna put this movie here and there because the movie was made without him. He had nothing to do with it. I don't think he had anything to do with it. The movie was already made. You didn't hear anybody get called back for reshoots, anything like that. So it's not like they could fix much without the reshoots. So I mean, I really only think they gave you a date. Like, oh yeah, it did. Like when they released the date, nobody cared. It didn't trend anywhere. Nobody cared. The people put it on polls, right? Like, hey, the New Mutants is coming out. It has this date. Are you gonna go see it when the day come out? Wait for streaming. Wait for that, or you just don't care. And I saw like 3 polls, and every poll, 40 to 45% said they didn't care.
It's not high enough. It's not high enough.
It's not. More choices than 40%.
And you know, it did. No. 70% means people really don't care. Anything below 70% has a chance.
Brother, it didn't even
make 50.
The option had 45%. What are you talking about? That's overwhelming numbers.
Looky here. All I know is it still has a chance. The studios believe in it, and the fact that it did trend when that new trailer got released. It trended.
I get that. I believe every trailer's gonna get released. Stuff is like that's gonna trend. I'm talking about when they just gave you for instance, they said, "Hey, Black Widow has been pushed back to so and so," or Wonder Woman. That actually trended. They're like, "Oh, okay, that started a conversation." New Mutants didn't. Nobody cares. I know X-Men fans really upset and like, oh man, I want to see the New Mutants because they were like, I know they were really popular back in your early childhoods, the teenage years. When you really got into the comics. But I'm gonna be real with you. The general public just don't care, and studios know that.
The general public may not care, but they're still putting it in theaters, so we're going to make some sort of money off of it.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. So So far, right now, we are big fans here at Real Comic Book Talk. We are huge fans of the CW shows and the Arrowverse. And Arrowverse recently released their schedule for the shows to be released this fall and everything. And it's pretty interesting. They took away Supergirl on Sundays and moved Charmed in there. But this is during the beginning, the first half of the seasons. So, they usually make changes during the second half. But right now, what they released for us is Batwoman on Sundays, Black Lightning on Tuesdays, Flash and Superman and Lois going to be having Tuesdays. And that's it for the superhero shows. Everything else is the regular CW stuff after that. But right now, that's what they gave us.
I think the problem they have is that, oh man, this would be a great show. And they like all these great superhero shows, and they're like, we don't have enough days to put them in, because they still have their shows like
Legacies and Riverdale and Nancy Drew and stuff.
Yeah, all of those shows, which have their own high fans, like Riverdale, Nancy Drew, the one that's like Josie and the Pussycats that I can't think of the name of.
Lady King.
Yeah, Lady King. They all have their shows. You still have who's the one about the football? Oh, is another show.
All American.
Yeah, All American. They still have all their fans. So you got all those shows, and CW only puts primetime shows from 8 to 10. So there's only 2 hours. Each show is an hour. So it's not like they go from 8 to 11, where you have like a 3-hour block, like you see like the CW, not CW, but CBS and Fox and all of them. They have like a whole 3-hour set. So they kind of running out. You only get 10 hours a week. You kind of running out of time. Some of these shows need not to get made, because that Superman and Lois just feels like it's about to be Lois and Clark all over again.
I hope not. I hope he actually is Superman, because Lois and Clark they're mostly wanting him to be Clark Kent. This one they actually say it's Superman, so I hope he's Superman.
I stand by my statement. I think it's gonna be Lois and Clark all over again. I mean, you can't tell me anything differently until I see it.
Well, they're already in a relationship, and she knows he's Superman and everything, and they need to hit the ground running like they've already showed us.
Yeah. All right, so look, chat going off right quick. Hold on, Dan. Let me get back to this chat. I got comments with this thing. Him and Brandon are talking. Brandon said he can't wait for New Mutants. I can't wait for it to come on streaming where it belongs, because at this point it's a done deal. Dominic, I'm sorry, I said Dominic. I don't know why I said that. Dominating Impulse, he's here in the chat. He says he loves Black Lightning. Black Lightning is the best. Then Flash, then Arrow. He's absolutely wrong. That's a horrible. I'm sorry, I can't agree with any of that.
That is so right. Absolutely correct.
Sheena has my back in the chest. She's not gonna let that go down. Black Lightning, she loves Black Lightning, but this season kind of sucked. I know that first half did. Impulse, they're just having a good conversation in the chat, man. So y'all want to get in the chat? Go ahead, say it. We'll keep it back up. We're gonna pick up with. I got a quick question for everybody in the poll. Which movie would y'all, if y'all had to get like stuck on the island, go only pick one of these two movies? Which one are you picking? The Winter Soldier or Man of Steel?
It's Winter Soldier.
Okay, tell me why.
Winter Soldier was, for my personal taste, it was better. It had more aspects to it that I appreciated, that I like personally, with the spy and the espionage, and then the fighting scenes were better, and the action was better. The how the movie went along, I liked it way more. How it flowed, I'm all about that. Everything's got to have a purpose. You can't just have randomness to me. There was me personally, I like a little bit of humor in my shows, in my movies, and that movie had a couple of little tidbits here and there, like they sprinkle one right there and sprinkle right there, and it was just enough to keep you watching everything, as opposed to Man of Steel, which it didn't. Special effects were good, I guess, were great, but
you were great. Let's keep
they were great, but the story just wasn't all that there for me. I wasn't when you put it comparison to Winter Soldier, then it's Winter Soldier for me. Plus, I like the way they film. I'm not all that into the dark filming that DC does in any way. I like the more brighter stuff that Marvel films, the way they film their movies. That's just my personal opinion. What about you?
I probably just go. If I'm being honest with you, if I had to get stuck on the island, had one of the two, I would probably ask the person who put me on the island, can they give me Scott Pilgrim versus the World? Let me just be honest. Between those two, I don't really know, because I'm a person who I really don't have a taste. I like this, and I can like something that's completely different. Either or for me, and they both are pretty odd. I don't know. I really don't. You know, just because everybody's in the chat, except for It's Me the Truth. He was the only one that said Man of Steel. So I can't leave him hanging. I'm just gonna go with Man of Steel just because I want to have my guys back. But outside of that, I can't pick. I can't even pick. You know what? I would have to pick Man of Steel because Fiora was amazing though. Like when she got loose and that fighting ability, I'm gonna have to pick Man of Steel. I wish I could pick Batman versus Superman, but I have to pick Man of Steel. The fight sequence alone, I'm picking Man of Steel. Yeah, the human thing is not. I don't really need that much humor in a movie. Plus, I thought it was pretty funny how he when that dude threw the beer on him in the bar, he came outside. His whole truck was sitting on logs and stuff. I cracked up laughing.
That's you consider humor?
I was dying laughing.
That's what you consider humor? Wow. Okay.
I was dying laughing.
I don't know if they were going for funny on that scene as opposed to like straight up revenge, but
I died laughing. His face and everything. I cried laughing. I was hitting movies. I was like, I really did. Oh man, I really did. Yeah. And then when he tried to fly at the first time and he crashed into the mountain, I laughed. But I laugh for people getting hurt, so I'm a little different. Maybe it wasn't supposed to be funny, but it was.
What do you mean? I'm positive it wasn't. I'm pretty positive that wasn't meant to be funny at all. But you know what? That's all you and everything.
Yeah, can I go back to I'm gonna talk about the CW again right quick. First of all, after Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow is the best show on CW. It's by far it by itself. That's what it is. It's the top. But these other shows that haven't got release schedules yet, I think they will as they start moving stuff out of the way. Like for instance, I honestly think that Wednesday slot the Arrow was in, or Tuesday slot Arrow was in. I think they may give that to the Arrows, or some of these seasons gonna be just like Daniel one, where it got cut in half. So instead of having 22 seasons, where it takes from the fall to the summer, they're gonna have you down to 15. First 15, you get it done. They act like a big event where they do the annual crossover. The next 15 take over. That's something like that.
Well, some of them are getting pushed back. Like we know Legends is being pushed back more and more. Like this season, Legends got pushed back compared to everybody else. And that's probably going to get since it's not on the schedule right now, it's obviously getting pushed back. And Supergirl, which is a favorite for some people and everything, is also not on the schedule right now. So we know Supergirl is probably going to definitely get pushed back for later too.
Yeah, because if Batwoman got season and she got to side all the other ones, the Batwoman is the worst of the bunch.
Unfortunately, in your opinion, it might be, but the numbers otherwise speak otherwise because a lot of people are still watching Batwoman. Despite what the story is happening in the story, and it's not something people would agree with or do agree with, they're still watching it to see what happens. You got to watch it to see how it unfolds. Unfortunately, people like us who review it and watch it are giving it the numbers, whether you like it or not. You're at
time out.
Giving it the numbers.
Hold up, I want to stop you right there because I don't watch it live. I go back and record. I go watch the record. So I don't know if it's getting all in my numbers. I know for a fact I don't watch it live. It's not getting that live viewing.
Well, depending on whether or not, depending on how your DVR works, like if you record, I know for a fact if you record like three or four shows at once, your DVR automatically picks one of those shows, whichever one comes first, and goes to that channel.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then the last few Sundays, last 4 Sundays, I've been picking up The Last Dance because I've been recording that and Batwoman and Supergirl at the same time. So Last Dance come on first. Boom. I haven't been giving Batwoman numbers.
Well, I'm not exactly sure how the numbers work when it comes to DVRs and everything, but I'm pretty sure by now they figured it out, and they there's definitely a way of knowing. I'm pretty sure they called each cable company and be like, "Yo, what's your most DVR'd one right now? We need to know. Our numbers aren't showing this." But that's up for them. Since we're on the Arrowverse, we can talk about. Do you have any expectations for Stargirl, which is coming out next week? Anything you expect to see? Do you expect it to be one of those like straight up typical teen dramas with a little bit of superhero in it? Like, is it going to be like, oh my God, I just had it in my head, Cloak and Dagger, or is it going to be more like Runaways? Or how do you feel? Not to put those on your mind or anything, but how do you feel? Is it going to feel like a CW show or Freeform? Or Hulu? How do you feel about the Stargirl?
All right, so first of all, Cloak and Dagger season 2 was pretty good. I just want to throw that out there. We didn't get to cover it because somebody refused to watch it, but it was pretty good. But as Runaways season, if it's gonna be like Runaways, I swear to gosh, it better be like season 1 and not season 2. Season 2, I was ready to smack somebody. Gosh, it was the best rush job I've ever seen in my life. That's what season 2 of Runaways was. But Stargirl, honestly, I kind of expected to be on a level of par with like Doom Patrol, Swamp Thing, Titans, because it's coming from the DC universe. So right now, and Harley Quinn, right now DC universe on their original shows, they're 4 for 4. I mean, you can all agree they're all 4 for 4. So they said that they made it for the DC universe, and then they tweaked a couple things in every episode to get it right for the CW. So I'm gonna watch it on Monday on the DC universe, because it comes out on Monday early, and then Tuesday comes out on the CW. I think that's how it goes, or something like that. So I'll watch it on the CW. I'll watch it on DC universe, and if it's not up to par, then I'll trash it. If it is, I'll praise it. If it's somewhere in the middle, I'll explain why and keep it like that. But that's all I really have. I don't know. I'm just worried. I'm really worried that they changed too much and it's going to be just another CW drama with superheroes in it. Another teen drama, which I'm not opposed to, but I just don't see it. I expect the action to be fantastic though. Because from what I see in the trailer, she's using that staff to perfection. I don't know how she's doing it that fast. I don't know if the staff gives you fighting abilities. But she's getting loose with it. Have you seen her? She was fighting sports masks in that one trailer shot. Gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, we've all been fooled by trailers before, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait when it comes to the fighting scenes. I'm gonna wait on that one. And like you did say, I do agree that it was originally intended for the DC universe, so I expect it to be run differently for the first season, at least, different from what CW shows are, but at the same time, it's a teen drama. So I do think it's going to have a little bit of like you're going to be annoyed by the character because they're a teenager. They're going to be doing teenager mindsets, and how they're basing this character is going to be like, I feel like it's going to be one of those ones where I'm meant to do this. I finally found what I'm meant to do in life, and this is my calling. And yet you're like, and then the stepfather, who I think it's Owen Wilson's character, will probably, is it Owen Wilson or Luke Wilson? I can't, I don't know which one's which, but I believe he's going to be trying to steer her in the direction of staying safe the whole time. We'll see how long that lasts though before he gets in the stripes, the big mecha suit and everything. It ought to be interesting though. it's definitely going to be a teen drama. There's no way of getting around that. Like she's in high school, she's 15, she's 15 years old in high school. There's no way you're getting away from that. Like the only question is it going to be more like a freeform teen drama or a CW teen drama? Because they are different styles. So we'll see.
It's more than what you have the teen drama like Peter Parker in his high school, where he's trying to not to be trying to keep his regular life, but still be a hero. At the same time, he really don't fit in now, and it's even harder to fit in because you have your so-called your responsibilities of being a hero. You got people not taking you seriously. You have that as a teen drama, and then they're probably gonna throw in a couple of things like her learning how to drive, her bringing that like, well, I fight criminals. You telling me I can't drive this car and stuff like that. All that stuff will come into play at some point. And teen dramas are not bad. You just got to be done right. Like adults are going to be watching it. So you have a teen drama, you have to make it pleasable for adult, because ain't no 15, 16-year-old kid gonna come down and sit there and watch the CW Stargirl for the most part. They tried that with I can't even think of the show now, Cloak and Dagger, and mostly adults watched it. You just gotta know. Yeah.
Yes. So that's going to be something to look forward to for sure.
Are you gonna watch it on the DC Universe or wait for the CW?
Depending on how my schedule looks. I have no idea. I cannot tell you that answer right now. It all depends on whatever my schedule shows me, and I just know we will be reviewing it. So we got a 3-day window to review it. We can either review it the day after it comes out on DC Universe or the day after CW and give everybody else a chance. We'll figure that out for you guys later on.
Let's ask everybody.
We'll probably do CW to give everybody else a chance, but most people don't have DC Universe.
They should save DC Universe. Tell all your friends to go save DC Universe. Bye.
See, the problem with DC Universe is they didn't come out strong enough. Like if you're going to come out with a streaming platform, you got to have enough material to keep people wanting to watch more, which is why Disney held off on theirs. Their material was with somebody else. Everybody else had contracts on the material, so they had to wait until they got all their contracts back or the contracts ended and they could get a majority of their material back. Because like Netflix had a ridiculous amount of their content, an insane amount. So like if you're going to open a streaming service, you got to have a whole bunch of stuff. Like I don't care if it's somebody else's shows like Netflix started off with, which they had like everybody else's shows, but they had enough of shows that it'll take you at least a month to watch one show and then a month to watch another series. Like they had series.
Netflix, everybody keeps forgetting that Netflix didn't start out as a streaming service. It started as a mail you a DVD and you mail it back. It started as a in-home blockbuster.
But we're not talking about that part of it. We're talking about the streaming aspect.
They built that over time. Like they built, all right, we got this on streaming, we got this. Then they started, then it became the big streaming giant. That's how it works.
So build up your thing before you release it then. That's what I'm saying. Like they're not building it up. DC Universe isn't building it up. They're not adding any other new content fast enough or enough new content. That's the problem with why DC Universe is having a hard time in maintaining. And their shows are being like, oh, this show was exclusively on DC Universe. Now, oh no, now it's on TBS, which you already have because you already have cable. So what's the point of buying DC Universe if I can watch Harley Quinn on TBS?
I remember like the week it came out, right? Because I think the week it came out, we went to Baltimore Con that year. Or was it like the week before? I remember it came out like a couple of weeks before we went to Baltimore Con, right?
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore Con, I was talking to different people. I like, hey, have y'all been watching Titans? Like, yeah, people kept saying I haven't gotten DC Universe yet. I'm still waiting. I'm still trying to debate because I really don't know if I want to pay that money. Is it really worth it? Just like you were saying, like, yeah, they got comics and stuff like that, but I already have the books, and I really don't need to see that. And there's not enough new shows on there for me to watch. Like, and then people just kept saying, a lot of people said, I don't know what's on there. I'm like, well, you're not gonna take the tour? And like, I don't know. I just don't trust it yet because I think a lot of people have already had a problem when they think of DC, the main audience now, when they think of DC, they think of Man of Steel, Batman v Superman. So they have to people, and I know I'm like I'm in the minority of people who will stand by Batman versus Superman to the end, and I will because it's a great movie. But I realize that the vast majority does not. So people they kind of have to wash that away, and they try to jump on it too fast because when people regular non-comic book people think about buying DC Universe, the first thing they think of is, oh, it's gonna be stuff like Batman versus Superman. I didn't like that, so I'm not gonna like whatever they're gonna put on there, and that's kind of the problem.
That and the fact that they didn't do a good job of advertising. They like for example, right now, Apple TV is the new streaming service to the playground. The Apple TV is advertising like crazy. Apple TV is on everybody else's stuff, platforms, the TV channels and everything, advertising their stuff. And they're dropping stuff at a faster rate and more stuff. Like, I believe they did like Netflix and went out there and got a whole lot of people to get money from and everything. I don't know why I can't remember what the heck that word is called, but
I don't know what to talk about.
They got a lot of donators, and people to invest in the company. I don't think DC Universe, huh?
Investors?
Yeah, investors. I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. But DC Universe doesn't have any investors, and their shows are out here like flopping because off of one little thing, and then there's no new shows. Like they have the set shows. When this streaming service started, it had these shows. They added nothing new since. Like we just been waiting on the shows to come out. Like they gave us a whole host of shows and were like, yeah, this is what we got. We're gonna go a whole year and stretch them out. And so it went a year. We saw them, and nothing new is coming.
Well, that's not completely the case, because remember, right after the first season of Titans, they dropped a new whatchamacallit. They dropped Doom Patrol. Then right after Doom Patrol, they dropped
No. I'm not saying. I'm saying we knew those were coming. Because when DC Universe first came out, they gave us a list of every show that they're going to have. And they just didn't tell us when it was coming out. But we knew what show it was. Like, it's not, they need new shows. They're not giving us new.
So what I think as they were trying to, build more money, they had their 5 shows. Like, we're going to watch, you give you a season of Titans. Right after season of Titans, we're going to give you Doom Patrol. After Doom Patrol, we're going to give you Harley Quinn. After Harley Quinn, we're going to give you Swamp Thing. They were going in that circle. HBO Max came and said, okay, cool. We're going to take Doom Patrol. So now you have a gap. Then the Swamp Thing with North Carolina and their budget thing happened. So now you lost Swamp Thing. So they had a plan. The plan was, and they had a plan to get started as they kept trying to add more shows. But it got taken. And then the Stargirl thing, where people like, that's when HBO Max came out like, well, we already got Star Thing. Yeah, but we kind of kill him. We're about to let y'all die. So you want to move Stargirl to CW? And that's how it started to happen. Like, they were sabotaged really than they were not having a real plan. They had a plan. We don't know if it would have been successful or not, because in the midst of the plan, they were sabotaged.
You say sabotage. I say you didn't have somebody out there selling your product strong enough so that you can get investors, so that you can keep it going.
I mean, you have AT&T and Warner Brothers backing you up.
Did they? I can't tell.
Yeah, they did. I mean, like any company, they're gonna give you a little bit and then let you see what you can build with that company. They're not just gonna keep throwing money into something that's losing money, because then that's an expense. And businesses don't like to deal with expenses. I mean, that's why pensions are dying, because that's an expense they be trying to get rid of. You know what I'm saying? They like to save your own money. We're not gonna give you money to not work. So you know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. That's what they did. That's how any business works. They give you a bunch of startup money, make that money back and a profit. If you do that, all right, now we'll get fully invested. They had it. DC Universe, I think, would have been fine if it was not for the HBO Max thing and then getting sabotaged. I honestly believe they would have done fine.
But I'm pretty sure they knew HBO Max was. We all knew HBO Max was happening before DC Universe started.
No, it didn't. I'm telling you, it didn't.
I heard about HBO Max
We heard
before,
about it.
before DC Universe even came out.
HBO, and then that was it. You didn't hear anything. But by that time, DC Universe had already announced they were coming out. They already announced their shows, and they already had announced the thing. Then once they dropped, like a month or so later, then you're like, oh, HBO Max is coming. Like, why just buy DC Universe? And now I got to go get HBO Max, or do as my man Comics Mix Explained said, he uses somebody's password, and they using his password for something else. I mean, I got multiple passwords, people. If y'all wanna switch some stuff up, I got a lot of streaming services. Anybody need Apple TV, Pornhub? I got it. Oh, I don't have Pornhub.
We're going old barter system.
Yeah.
The trade for trade. Good old barter system. Gotta love that and everything. Yeah, but back to the Stargirl and everything. Yeah, that's pretty much, guys, how we feel about Stargirl in the DC Universe, and we'll, in order to keep DC Universe alive, I guess we're gonna have to watch it on Stargirl on DC Universe. Keep DC Universe alive.
I want to be ahead of the game. Plus, after I watch stuff like Supergirl and mostly Batwoman, I can't have that kind of trash on my mind for that long without watching something else good. So, boom, Stargirl on Monday, because Batwoman sucks. It really does.
Yeah, DC Universe isn't giving us a whole lot of perks other than the comic books right now, because they only have one show with new episodes on right now, which is Harley Quinn, which is good. But
like right now for HBO Max, when you get it, I think it's like next week. Then like a month later, or not even, I don't think it's a whole month. Doom Patrol season 2 comes out. Like Doom Patrol season 2 is ready to go. It would have been ready for it. After this, after maybe like a week or so, we could be watching Doom Patrol right now in the midst of it. Like, oh yo, you see this part? We'll be reviewing it. But sabotage, they took it. That's what sabotage. Like, how can you not see the sabotage?
He said sabotage. That's hilarious. I would have thought they would. Oh man, I really would have thought they would have fought for Swamp Thing, but everybody has different plans for everything else. I guess I'm not sure what's going on inside there.
Again, Swamp Thing had the greatest reviews I've ever seen in my life. Like, I watched every episode. Like, yo, this is great. And even when their season got cut short because of that, it still ended it properly. Unlike The Flash, Swamp Thing did it right. Oh yeah, I'm taking shots. In
the defense of Flash, real quick, they had a whole lot more story and a lot more episodes. They're already what, 18 episodes in, as opposed to dang on what was it, Swamp Thing, which I'm pretty sure was only going to be something like 12 episodes anyway. It was 10. They knocked it down to 10, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't going past 12.
Yeah, that's all perfectly fine. It's still done better. It was still done better. Runaways had a better rush job than The Flash.
It didn't. Runaways was split in half. That second season was like 2 different seasons. We all thought.
And The Flash wasn't? Bloodwork, the Mirror Master, or Mirror Lady. She's not even a Mirror Master, is she?
Yeah.
Okay. Either way, it was still two different seasons, same season. Done much. One got rushed, other one got rushed. Runaways did it better than The Flash. It's okay. I'm giving The Flash the benefit of the doubt, though.
CW shows have more slack. They got more episodes to explain things. They can stretch stuff out, as opposed to the primetime shows and stuff like HBO level shows or DC Universe, where they expect their stuff to be done in less than 15 episodes.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Just like, or Hulu with like, yo, you can get the story done. You can tell the story in less than 12 episodes. Do it.
You'll see how the rest of the CW shows are affected by this COVID-19, because they all under the same thing. They all didn't finish their season before the COVID-19. So we'll see how they put those together. And right now, it just looks, to be honest with you, right now it looks like everybody else is handling better than The Flash did. I mean, be honest with you. Like the season finale of Batwoman and Supergirl is this week, right? It's on Sunday. We'll see how they ended, because they got cut short too. We'll see how it ended. The Legends, they're on another level. I'm not worried about it. They're great. But we'll see how those two end. If it seems to flow better than what The Flash did, then we know that it was The Flash. itself. Like that show was already going to end badly, and they just got rushed to a bad ending.
Yeah, Comics Misexplained brought up a good point. The Krypton. Why I have no idea why that's not on DC Universe.
I know why. I know why.
You do go.
Well, Sabotage. It's going on HBO Max. Sabotage.
Is it though?
I don't know. I just made that up. But
okay.
But if it is on HBO Max, then you know I've been right about the Sabotage. I have to be right. I'm right?
I don't know about that.
Krypton 2 is on HBO Max. That means DC Universe again has been sabotaged because people have been waiting for Krypton season 2 on DC Universe. Like, I want to see it. Because first of all, it's hard to find the Sci-Fi Network on your thing. I mean, it's not hard, but it's not like a show where you're like, it's the same channel everywhere. Like one cable show, it's just not an easy channel to find. Okay? So there's that. And they didn't really promote it too well. So people will wait for it on DC Universe. Like that. Season 1's on there. I know season 2 is gonna be on there. Where is it at? Not there. Crazy, right? If it's on HBO Max, then you know that it's been sabotaged. It is.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what the deal was with Sci-Fi having Krypton in the first place. It's like all of DC is stretching themselves out, and they're just wearing themselves thin and everything.
They were doing the same approach Marvel does, but they were trying to broaden. They was like, all right, like Marvel, we're trying to make a show for every different kind of audience there was. Like that's why they made Cloak and Dagger and Runaway for the teen aspect of people who watch comics. So the people who like teen dramas or the young adult dramas, that's what that was for. Especially Cloak and Dagger. Then they had this, your everyday comic book fan. That's why they had the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You had your gritty, who in that darker version. That's why you had the Marvel Netflix. They were trying to touch on everything, and so was DC. But DC is so spread across some places that you ain't never heard of. Like I never watched the Sci-Fi Channel in my entire life until Krypton. Not
really,
not once. Most of
you missed out on the '90s, boy. The '90s was hitting, boy.
Well, I was outside of the '90s. I played.
Sheesh.
Number two,
it was only once a week.
Hold on. Number 2, I didn't have cable in the '90s. I didn't have cable till 2004 and 5. So it was out for me.
No, late '90s. Shoot, depending on what kind of shows you watch, they had some stuff back in the day. So but that's the past. But sci-fi is pretty damn good. I watch sci-fi all the time. I watch the shows all the time.
I didn't have cable for such a long time. But DC Universe is being sabotaged. It's being sabotaged tremendously. And they out there on their own, on a limb. I feel so bad. It has such great potential. Such great potential, Daniel. Oh my gosh. And they lowered the price this year if you were returning.
Unlike most companies, I guess they take care of their fans.
Well, everybody trying to
Oh, yeah. Horace, you watch Farscape? That was my show back in the day. Jesus. Stargate? Heck yeah. Oh yeah. All my sci-fi fans out there.
Happy, I think is also on I know I saw it somewhere on streaming.
Season 2 just dropped of Happy.
Huh?
Yeah, they got season 1 is on Netflix right now.
Netflix. That first season's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Go and watch that. I heard it was really good.
It's ridiculous. The most ridiculous show you've ever seen in your life.
Well, the comic is pretty ridiculous as well. So
if they kept it anywhere close to the comic book, then there's no way. But they got to be close because that show is insane. That's the most insane show ever. I didn't watch the second season because the first season was so out there.
So yeah, I think that's all we can really talk about right now because
I didn't know that many people. I didn't know y'all saw that many people watch Happy. Happy was crazy. Happy was insane, yo. Like when all that stuff he went through, and then him and the daggone that flying unicorn. That joint was ridiculous.
Oh, Happy! Oh, they have both season 1 and season 2 on Netflix.
Oh, season 2 is on Netflix. I wouldn't know because I had no intentions of watching season 2. That's the most insane show ever. After that first episode, you know where you stand. No, this is literally. Once you see, if everybody who's seen Happy knows, after that first episode, you know whether or not you're going to keep watching or you're going to be like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And the violence is on the next level. Like that violence is up here. Like, whoo.
Nah, yeah, you kind of sold me. I'm gonna watch it. Thanks a lot, Dad. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, you gotta get me after you watch that first episode. You let me know if you still watch it, if you still want to see it or not. Happy's
okay. How about this? I could watch the first season. Do y'all want us to review?
No, listen to me. You haven't seen it yet. Slow down. Slow down.
Because I watch it through there.
No, okay.
I know me. I watch stuff. I'm watching Batwoman right now.
This is nowhere close to Batwoman. You've been warned.
Happy, good or bad? Is Happy a good show or bad show?
It's first episode will let you know. The show is if you watch it, if you continue watching it, it's kind of good because you want to know where the story ends based on the direction he goes in, but it's out of control.
If I can make it through the first,
that's your favorite episode, Sheena. You got problems. Oh my god,
you're killing me, man. I gotta watch it now. I have to watch it.
This joint's trippy as hell, yeah. That first episode is gonna let you know.
I gotta watch it. All right, so look, everybody. I think that's all the time we really have.
That's it.
I want to thank everybody for coming through the chat. Got comments to explain who was in the chat. Sheena came through the chat. Dark Horse came in the chat. He's ready for The Boys season 2. I think we all are. You know what I'm saying?
Some Umbrella Academy, The Boys. Can't wait for all of them.
I know we had
Lock and Key season 2. Give me all that.
Dominating Impulse was in the chat earlier today. Well, early this morning. Phrase. We had Marcus that was in the chat.
Netflix needs to drop Jupiter Legacy sometime soon.
I don't even know what that is. We had Brandon. He was in the chat. We had a lot of people in the chat, man. Chat was going off. We love all y'all for coming through. I can't wait for Grant Morrison stuff to come on now. We saw it get filmed. We saw the behind the scenes. Where's the stuff at? So yeah, that's it, man. So that's all our time.
Too? That's insane. Grant Morrison went off the rails with this one. Jesus.
Hey man, look, people got dark places, man. Sometimes you get it out on the book, it's good. But that's all our time. The next time, everybody. Make sure y'all tune in next Monday where we're going to review the season finale of Supergirl, Batwoman. Thank gosh, Batwoman will be over. I don't have to talk about it for a little while. And then we'll be discussing Stargirl and all that other good stuff. So, man, till next time, that's all our time. Everybody got to say bye. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button if you already haven't. Make sure you hit the bell so y'all can get the notification when we're going live. And make sure y'all tell anybody and everybody who is up this early in the morning to come through, man. To come on through. And that's all we got till next time, man. We out. Deuces. Everybody, I'm in the car. I got bars. Knock, knock. You about to get shell shocked. Everybody know